Hi, and welcome to this episode of Play Viral. When you don't have much to laugh about, sometimes the best medicine is a gut-busting comedy. This can be quite a task in Netflix's gigantic catalog. But don't worry, because we at Play Viral can help you with this. We've listed the 10 best comedies you can watch on Netflix right now. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment for more content. 10. 𝗗𝗬'𝗦 is my name. Eddie Murphy plays one of his best performances of his career in 𝗗𝗬'𝗦 is my name. This is a biopic about 𝗗𝗬'𝗦 creator Rudy Ray Moore. It's basically the blaxploitation equivalent of Ed Wood, a comedy that lovingly celebrates an eccentric, off-kilter artist who was never truly appreciated in his own time. It's also one of the most purely funny movies you'll find on Netflix, and definitely one of the streaming service's better original films. Murphy's latest comedy, Coming to America, is now streaming on Amazon Prime. 9. 𝐬𝐁𝐄𝐓. 𝐬𝐁𝐄𝐓 casts the always entertaining Emma Stone as Olive, a high school loner who finds she can profit from pretending to sleep around with her classmates. Naturally, that scheme quickly spirals out of control, resulting in one of the better high school comedies in recent memory. That's thanks in no small part to co-stars Stanley Tucci and Patricia Clarkson, who play the most eccentric and hilarious hippie parents a social outcast could ever ask for. 8. Superbad. This movie was pretty much a coming-of-age classic as soon as it hit theaters in 2007, as writers Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, director Greg Mottola, and producer 𝗷𝗚 𝗏𝗏 crafted a high school comedy that was equal parts heart and humor. While the comedy is indeed R-rated, there's a sweetness to the friendship between Michael Cera and Jonah Hill's characters that elevates this above your average raunchy comedy. It's as much a story about a kid being afraid he's gonna lose his friend at college as it is a story about trying to score alcohol for a high school party, and the surprising twists and turns make it all that much more memorable. 7. American Pie. American Pie is one of the classic party comedies of the late 90s and early 2000s. In the film, 4 high school seniors make pact to lose their virginity by the end of the year and heading off to college. American Pie tells the story of that disaster. The American Pie franchise has grown to 8 films, although only American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion were released in theaters. Those 4 movies are the only movies with the original cast of American Pie as well. The 5 spin-off films were straight to DVD and Blu-ray releases. Recently, actress Tara Reid announced that a 5th movie is on the way with the original cast. 6. Can't Hardly Wait. This is your standard 90s teen comedy, but there's a certain charm to it that remains kinda timeless. Set on graduation day at a high school, it follows the stories of various teens tying up loose ends at a party before they head off to college. Ethan Embry is the shy guy who just wants to profess his love to his crush. Former childhood BFFs Lauren Ambrose and Seth Green get locked in a bathroom together and are no longer able to continue acting like strangers, and Charlie Korsmo gets absolutely wasted and sings Paradise City. 5. Always Be My Maybe. Co-written by and starring Randall Park and Ali Wong, this film follows a pair of teenage best friends who have since drifted apart and are pushed together once more in adulthood, even though their lives have followed very different paths. Park and Wong are dynamite together, and the film takes time to breathe with some well-paced dramatic sequences. It's also not lacking in scene stealers, as Michelle Buteau as a hoot and Keanu Reeves once again proves his talent knows no bounds. 4. 50 First Dates. As far as Adam Sandler rom-coms go, 50 First Dates is pretty great. This movie takes place in Hawaii and follows Sandler as a veterinarian who crosses paths with a lovely young woman and has a pleasant day. But when he goes to follow up and ask her on a date the next day, she doesn't remember who he is. As it turns out, she suffers from short-term memory loss and her memory resets every day. So he spends the rest of the movie winning her over day after day to try and strike up a relationship. 3. What Men Want. 19 years after Mel Gibson could hear what women were thinking, there is now some sort of sequel to this romantic comedy. In What Men Want, the plot is actually the opposite of the 2000 film. Taraji P. Henson plays a career woman, working in a world full of men and competition. Since she's not one of the guys, she just won't get the promotion she wanted. Until one day she can hear men's thoughts, and decides to use it to her advantage. 2. The Wrong Missy. In this movie, Tim thinks he met the girl of his dreams, Missy, so he decides to invite her on his company retreat to Hawaii. However, when a girl from a previous nightmarish blind date shows up instead, also named Missy, Tim realizes he texted the wrong woman and now will have to endure the trip with all of her crazy antics. 1. Dirty Grandpa. We love this film starring Robert De Niro and Zac Efron. The film is set a few days before Zac Efron's character Jason will get married. Jason is tasked with taking his grandfather Dick, De Niro's character, a former army general, to a retired community. Dick thinks his grandson is getting married to an unsuitable woman. During their journey, the two get into all sorts of problems during visits to pubs and student parties. Guaranteed laughter fun with this movie. This was our episode about 10 comedies you must watch on Netflix right now. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment for more content. Thank you for watching this episode.